Hello and welcome to May's Crochet. I am Rachel and we are on day 4 of our countdown to Halloween. Yesterday, I believe, it's been a week for me, I was on vacation, but yesterday, posting wise, we made this beautiful mermaid. And now let's see what we're gonna make today. So if you don't know what's going on, I am drawing one of these creatures, cryptids, beings, whatever, you know, every day for the month of October. There are 40 in here. I did take out a couple for personal reasons. Nothing major, like nothing like crazy, just too much felt on some of them. One of them I've already made, things like that. Like some things I just didn't want to use that much felt on. I'm like, no, I want to crochet, I don't want to do felt. So there are a couple that I did take out, but overall we have quite a few to choose from to do 31. We are 3 in. Let's find out what day 4 will bring us. Here's my bowl, everything left. Let's see what we get. Slender Man. Ooh, okay. So let's see what the author has to say. By the way, I will link to this book in every video. I did order mine off Amazon, but I have seen it in Michael's since then, so it's out there. Slender Man. Okay, Slender Man may be one of the scariest monsters out there, and he is actually one of the newest. He was created for a Photoshop contest in 2009, and since then he has inspired many tales of horror and alleged sightings. He is a faceless, thin man wearing a black suit and has tentacles curling around behind him. He lives deep in the woods and comes out to kidnap children. Over the years, Slender Man has increased in popularity and inspired multiple movies and video games. He is really popular among children, and now you can crochet your own chibi version of him. Is it chibi? C-H-I-B-I? I don't know. Anyway, don't have safety eyes at the moment, then this pattern is perfect for you because he doesn't have any eyes. I've got a zillion safety eyes, so that's not a concern. And here's our Slender Man. I mean, seems easy, right? Yeah. The only thing I have ever really known about this creature, myth, legend, cryptid, whatever, was like the girls who attacked the other girl in Wisconsin, because I think we lived in Wisconsin or had just moved away from Wisconsin when it happened, and it was all because Slender Man told them to do it. Okay. All right, whatever. But we're going to move forward with Slender Man. So white and black seems pretty simple. I guess we'll start with a big white ball for a head. It looks like Epcot. Like the stitches, it looks like Epcot. You know, the Epcot Center. Yeah. Okay, no, let's make a giant white head. See that mess? That's all the felt I have. Guess how much red felt was in it? None. None red felt, except in that felting Marvel Avengers kit that I've opened and looked at, never done much with. I tried, it didn't work out, so I had to steal out of that. Why don't I have red felt? I don't know. Anyway, rest of our supplies. Just a reminder, I use 4-weight acrylic yarn and a 3.5mm hook for everything. So, unless otherwise specified. I mean, it is easy. No eyes, no ears, no hair. Oh, no hair. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Did everybody got their Halloween costume picked out? Hope so. It's October 4th. Gotta get on that. Like nails on a chalkboard. I know this white is Red Heart Super Saver. Oh. Dude, I'm about to leave and cook dinner, so I'm not gonna let you in because I'm not staying. We just got back from our vacation today, so he's being very clingy. Clingy and standoffish at the same time because he's a cat, and that's how cats are. All right. We have Slender Man's head. That was easy. I've actually taken a really long time doing it because I've just honestly gotten kind of bored and just stood up and gone to do other stuff because it's just a giant white ball. It's a head. Wow. All right. Okay, so I will see you later. After dark. Probably. It is in fact the next day, so I'm a liar. I did not finish this last night. I could have. I very easily could have. I got distracted. I did make arms off camera, but I didn't work on anything else in this regard because I've started a sweater that I was really into working on. I don't know when I'm gonna get that finished when I have all this to do, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna keep going with Slender Man, and we're gonna give him a body now instead of just being a head with arms, which is kind of terrifying. A faceless head with arms. That's scary. But we're gonna finish the doll now, and we have a leg. Haven't stuffed it yet. It is tiny. He's gonna be a little guy. So the legs are connected. A couple of rounds into that, and yeah, I'm just gonna finish the body. It's just black all the way up. Pretty easy. We have a body, and I don't want to stuff him too much because he's Slender Man. It's literally baked right into the title, so I don't know how much is too much at this point, unfortunately. Whew, that's a big head. Just proportionally speaking, you know. And no, it is not lost on me, the irony that yesterday's video had me sewing a doll's head on upside down, to the point where I had to redo the embroidered smile and deal with the fact that the eyes were going to be slightly off from where they're supposed to be. And today I have to sew on a head with 0 features, and there's just... The only way to screw this up is if... I don't think there is a way to screw this up. I really shouldn't say that out loud, though. Okay, let's make some tentacles. I went ahead and did the little collar part. I'm going to glue it down when I do put the felt tie on in between the two, because the little points will move around if I don't. So, but first tentacles, and then the last thing will be the tie with the glue. Tentacles are very simple, just a set of chains and like a row of single crochets back. But there's 6 of them, so there's quite a few. Okay. I have half a mind to glue these on too, jeez. I could not, there was like no front and back before I put this collar on. They're floppy. Maybe I should use a smaller hook to make it tighter. That's not scary. We'll try that. We'll try a smaller hook, but more stitches so that it's still just as long. I'm doing a 3.5. I will move down to a 2.5. So I had a bit of a crisis with the tentacles. So I tried going down to the 2.25 millimeter hook, I believe, and it was so tight that they were curling up. So I tried other things. I tried a stiff black felt, but it looked weird. And then I was like, maybe pipe cleaners. Nope, also looked weird. So it's been a minute. I've been trying different things. And I finally just went back to crochet, and I made the 6 tentacles. And I think I did a 3.25 millimeter hook this time. They're not 100% great, but they're not curling up anymore because I ran my flat iron over them on its lowest setting. So they're at least lying flat now. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna glue them on to the back because I'm afraid pinning them to the back and trying to sew them, they're gonna flop down. So I'm gonna glue, like I'll put a piece of glue and just, well, I'll probably put it on the tentacle, but it'll be more glue so it has more stability, I hope. Also, I cut all this footage out. I had it recorded. I'm like, no, nobody wants to see this. I don't want to live it. I don't want to rewatch it when I have to edit later. So all that footage is gone. I'm just giving you a quick recap of what happened in a minute or less. And then also, I realized that the red felt I had out of that little Marvel Avengers kit that I showed yesterday when I was pulling out all my supplies, it's really too stiff to be a tie, but I don't have a softer felt, but I did have a white, and so I used red, I think a mixture of Sharpie and fabric marker to make this best I could. I did it black on the other side to kind of darken it up, so I'm just going to cut out a little tie and glue that on, and also glue on the tentacles, and we'll be done. This was supposed to be easy. So that's all we have left. We're just going to be gluing from now on. Yeah, so I will come back when all this stuff is on because watching me do that's going to be very awkward. Okay, the tentacles are still very floppy. I am not impressed. I do not care for this shit at all. I will maybe eventually like lay this flat out and do like a water glue combination to stiffen them so they stand out more. But yeah, I don't like the way this is. This is embarrassingly bad. Don't care for it. I'm gonna cut out my tie, glue it on, and then we'll be done. Oh, I was gonna glue down the collar too. Okay, not my best. Not great. Like I said, I will try to pin these down and glue them so that they lay straighter, stand straighter. And I'll try to clean up a lot of this glue with a hairdryer overnight. But that is where I'm going to end this video. It's not great. It was not a great project. Slender Man is done-ish. mostly done. Done enough for this. So that was day 4 of Countdown to Halloween. A little disappointing. Hopefully we can clean it up and make it look better and make it worth it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, look at that. I am a liar. Fixed it. Tentacles are tentacling. So I just pinned him to this board and hit him with some extra strong hairspray. Yep, that was it. That was my first plan of attack. If that didn't work, then it was going to be the like water glue concoction and let him dry overnight, like pinned down. But this is holding pretty well. When it doesn't, then maybe I'll eventually get there. But for now, it works. Let's try our little comparison again. Much better. Yeah, much better. Definitely. Yep, great. It feels like day 4 is officially done. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and I will see you in the next one.